Trapping plays a very important role in modern-day wildlife management. Professional wildlife biologists monitor fur-bearer populations to maintain a healthy and sustainable harvest of this important, renewable natural resource. Trapping provides recreation and income for licensed trappers across this country. Who's Your Trapper Outdoors is brought to you by Who's Your Trapper Supply. J3 Outdoors, manufacturer of the Hag Bracket and Body Trap Spring Clip. Leatherwood Creek Trapping Scents, Who's Your Trapper Deer Scents, and Leatherwood Wildlife Art.
All right, welcome to episode 14, season 9 of Who's Your Trapper Outdoors. We are going to do something completely different on this video, and this video is going to be based on locations. So we're going to actually take some footage from the past couple seasons that we did here locally on the semi-live. So these are farmland locations. So we're going to show you the Google Earth view, and then we're going to show you some catch footage as well. So we're going to kind of mix it up in terms of locations, but kind of give you an idea of what we're looking for. I think a lot of us struggle with finding locations that produce. So I hope this helps give everybody an overview of locations that you're looking for, particularly in farm country. I want to thank our sponsor, J3 Outdoors, Jeff Haggerty. Awesome American-made products for the water trapper. Good heavy-duty stuff that we believe in. So if you're a water trapper, certainly check out his products. I want to thank everybody for the orders. It's been a great season. Certainly appreciate all the support. After all, that's what makes all this possible. So once again, thanks to all of you that have placed orders or stopped by our shop or whatever. If you haven't checked us out, you might give us a look at who'syourtrappersupply.com. Don't forget about the Show Us Your Bottle contest. Picture of yourself with the product that you used out of the Leatherwood line or of our deer scent. Get a chance to win one of the $100 gift cards. There's 4 of them that we're going to give out. All the details are on the homepage of the website. Just click on the link on the homepage that says HTS Photo Contest. It's got an email to submit your photos to, the information about the contest, and we're accepting photos, I believe, until March 15th. So be sure to check that out. Another reminder, the Trap House podcast, Justin's project. I'm going to try to do a little better, getting more of them up this spring and hopefully going into the summer. We've had great response on that. So it's something that has been very well received, and we get a lot of good comments on it. So be sure to watch for notices on when podcasts become available. So I think that's it. I hope you enjoy the show. All right, this first location, I think most of us can probably tell where to set this. And one thing I'm going to say about the wood lot in the northern part of the screen right there, you could set that 90 degree right there, but a lot of the coyotes will cross or cut the corner. So the point of that wood lot would be better if you're going to set that there. Now, we didn't set there because there's a house in that wood lot, and it's relatively close to the county road. So we chose to set where those 2 red dots are, and basically there's 2 tree islands right there. And that we have found, we've got the coyotes that are traveling that wooded, semi-wooded fence row, and they are going through to that tree lot, and then there's another woods across the road. And so there's kind of a long path of travel right there. So that is the location that we chose. And that right there basically breaks up that wooded fence row with some additional landmark areas that coyotes could hunt for prey animals. So there was 2 traps there basically one right up along the fence row and then the other one on the other tree island. That was a nice looking coyote for Indiana, I'll tell you what. Big coyote.
Very nice. He says, give me some more top dog. This set here was pretty cool. I made a flat set. And that rock right there, I had bait underneath that. But other than that, it was smooth as could be, blended out. But then, of course, I come the next day and didn't realize it wasn't as blended as I thought it was because I was doing it in the dark. But so, hey, it still worked.
Okay, this location here, we're right up against Suburbia, basically. You can see the housing addition with the retention pond, and then the white is the county road. So you kind of look at this and it's like, all right, so where are you going to set? And I have set this location here for 40 years on and off, and it's been good the years that I've trapped it. There are some variations. Some years are better than others. So we ended up setting right there, and we've shown this in our other DVDs, but that is a farm bridge over a farm ditch. So they got the bridge there to get the farm equipment over that little creek. And then there's a brushy fence row there with a small drainage that in that brushy fence row that is dry most of the year, but it runs into the creek if there's some rain or winter time. And so we've got typically we did not set on the left, as you've seen it, on the left side of the bridge. And the reason was it was too close to the county road and it was just too visible. So we didn't have trouble here with domestics. Generally, people that are in housing additions don't let their animals or their pets run loose. It's people that move out to the country that have 3 to 5 acres or whatever. Generally, they're the ones that let their animals run loose. So in this scenario right here, we had no issues, and we were always very conscious of that as when you're that close to the public. But anyways, that location in a 40-plus year location has always been good. And typically, we've only got one dot there, but typically we'll have at least 2 sets there, one on either side of the bridge. So, and also, so this is from I'm losing track of my years. In 2019, 2020, unfortunately, we lost this spot. They built a house right basically on the north side of that brushy fence row. So it's just too close to somebody now. So unfortunately, the 40-plus year run on this location is no longer. And I think a lot of us can identify with losing ground to just urban sprawl and people building homes or whatever. So anyways, that spot, there's a lot of good memories there for all these years.
The madness continues. That's the set we showed. Had a double dirt hole I was having fun with. I don't make a lot of those, but just changing it up.
Paid off. Check day 4. This is coyote number 7 for the day.
Hags Trapping Products by J3 Outdoors, the most versatile and efficient trapping devices on the market.
Got the Hags brackets on here. We just set this trap in one of the grooves, and it just sits right under there on the bottom slot, and then the water's just directly over the trap. All right, trap's missing. We'll see if we got anything. Hags bracket with the carrot. Can't beat that. Okay, this location right here, going back to that woodlot, that green line, basically is the classic two-track farm lane, farm road, whatever you want to call it, but it's just basically 2-track, and it's coming off that county road there, and it's a pretty good distance back there. It's not we're not concerned about domestics or anything like that in this location. Basically, the places on the left side of the county road are pretty removed from this spot, and no issues here. So we'll show you. We set right there. We actually had 2 traps there, but that location going around that woods, and this woods for this part of our county is one of the biggest woods in the area for sure. We're not showing a lot of it on this screen, but this woods is quite large. So it's one of those spots that probably generally most animals in the area know about. Certainly the animals within this home range, I'm sure, spend a lot of time in that area. And then to the north, on the northern part of the screen, there's a big farm there that used to have a big hog operation there, and they had a compost pile for their dead hogs. And of course, every coyote in the country knew where that was as well. But they quit the hog operation and just grain farm now. But the coyotes are still a really good location. So the classic 2 tracks, they're always good. I mean, they're almost always good. So definitely something that you want to check out.
So finally connected here on this corner. Another muddy one, not quite as bad as the other one, but another muddy one. Pulling the trap, and got another set right over here, and it hasn't been disturbed. This one, Justin, this one was messed with for what?
Yeah.
2 or 3 days.
We actually saw a track. There's just on the outside of this lane, track right in front of it. Didn't even look like it stopped to pay attention, but then there was a little bit of digging off to the side possibly. I'm surprised that the trap's functioning this morning because they picked this field. Did you already tell them that?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was concerned that the trap actually may have gotten run over by the combine or something yesterday, but
there's
didn't.
beans in this, and they picked it, and I thought, man, I'm right on the edge. Got lucky on this one.
Yeah. And yesterday when we were driving down the road and then coming up this farm lane, but anyways, driving down the road, Tommy, who's on the camera, saw a coyote actually running through the bean field in one of those swales right there. But so that might be this one, it might not, I don't know. But anyways, he was out moving. One of them was out moving yesterday.
So here's another one, and you're starting to get an idea of what we're looking for. We're looking for long paths of travel along some sort of geographical line or cover. In this case right here, we've got a farm ditch. So those farm ditches, they don't have an ending point or a beginning point, generally speaking. So they're always traveled by these critters. Now they may not travel it every night because they're running big long distances. So this location I've trapped for quite a few years too, and have found that it normally is a location that doesn't produce but every 7 to 10 days, particularly on the left side. And then on the right side, that one produces more often for some odd reason. They don't cross the creek, that they're running a different route on that side. So the 3 dots there indicate where we have the traps at. The one on the left is actually outside of, that's a cow pasture, and then there's a small creek that runs through there. We have found, for some reason, if we took that dot on the left and moved it in the cow pasture along the creek, it never produces. You'd think it would be excellent, but for some reason it's far more productive in that spot that it's in. And there's only 1 dot there, but there's always 2 traps there. So there's a 2 track coming back to that cow pasture between the 2 fields, and where the 1 dot is there on the left, that one, like I said, it's usually 7-10 days between catches, and then the 2 dots on the right seem to catch more regularly. But both sides are worth trapping for sure. And there's only 1 entry point, and that's on the left where the 1 dot is. So we drive back that 2 track. So we actually have to walk across the creek to check the 2 on the right. There's no way to really reach the 2 on the right with the ground that we have permission on. So anyways, this spot is a proven history spot over the years.
All right, hey, finally connected. This was actually the 10th check day on this trap. And it had been dug at one day, and I put that piece of log behind the hole, and we connected on the last day that we're pulling. So, man, a good pale coyote for Indiana. The fur's not real long, but definitely pale. And our genetics here in Indiana are gradually getting better. At least around here they are. And from coyotes I've seen around the state, definitely seem to be getting better. We still got plenty of harsh colors and browns and not pale at all. But anyways, they are getting better.
Okay, we're gonna show you a location that did not produce, and we don't trap this location very often. Actually, we only trapped it one time, but I used to trap it when I was years ago, and it was never very good years ago, and it proved that it really wasn't good this time. So if the green area there is not all woods. There's just a little patch woods right there, and that location had one coyote that came through, kind of messed with the set. We had snow on the ground, so we could tell what was going on. Messed with the set, never caught him. I think he messed with it twice. There were no other tracks. There's just like a single coyote. So just kind of an odd location, just kind of one passing through. So if you look to the north, and we got those dots there, that is where we were just at with the coyote that was the pale coyote. So that one there with the creek ditch and the longer path of travel is a proven spot. And the location that I'm talking about that never really connected doesn't really have that flow of the land travel way like the other spot does. So that green is misleading because that's just farm fields. It's not woodlot or anything like that. So anyways, this spot here, because of the makeup of that, the way that lays and the way that ground is right there, just never produced. And like I said, we had one stray coyote that came through it a couple days in a row, and that was it. Now, we all can only trap the ground that we have permission on. So if that was one of the few places that I had to trap, I would set it. And you're just going to have to wait it out and pick up the stragglers that come through there. So, over time, you'll develop places that are more key locations, more locations that have a history from year to year to year, and then you can start building off of those. So that, like I said, that location there was the only place I had to trap. That's where I'm setting it. I'm just going to have to wait it out. But there are locations, as you can see, I think that's maybe a half a mile away, roughly, and it's considerably better spot. So just to give you an idea how important it is to have the traps where they need to be. Kind of reminds me of, I had a customer say, I had a coyote walk 100 yards from my set with the lure, and it's like, it needs to be in front of them. The lure's good, but it isn't that good. So you need to have your traps where the path of travel of the animal is. So you want to avoid the random locations. You want the most likely locations are that they're going to travel.
Top dog predator bait. Success speaks for itself.
So this is the location here that a lot of us strive for. Certainly want at least one of these on our line, and it'd be great to have several of them. If you look on the right side of the screen, that's actually Interstate 65. So that's kind of a travel corridor right there. And generally the animals run run parallel to a big barrier like that. And I fully realize that coyotes get hit on the interstate, but they don't get hit on the interstate that much. So they're running generally parallel with that. So if you look to the left of that, there's a county road. And then if you look between the two color shades of the field there, between the green and the brown, there's actually a 2-track that runs back to that clump of trees. And that one spot there is actually a farm pond. And we did not have permission on the farm pond property. So at this point here, we drive back, and it's got everything going for it. So it's got the farm pond to the north, which we don't have permission on. And then there's a little more dugout pond right there in that group of trees. And then what makes this place pretty special, in addition to the interstate, is that there's a farm ditch, and that white spot is a farm bridge for the farm equipment, and then the 2-track. So it's got all this stuff going for it. We typically set the 4 traps here, which we got them represented with the 4 dots. And it's been one of those spots that for 2 years was excellent. And I will say the 2020 season, which was definitely odd, it was not good. And Justin and I are both still scratching our head on this one. We don't really have a good answer for it. But anyways, it was not good this year. So yeah, just one coyote, and to catch the one coyote, we pulled out of there, and then Justin went back later, which was actually the last episode, episode 12, I think. So went back and caught that one coyote. So very disappointing location this year, and incredibly unusual. And I will stick with my philosophy that you have a location that's good one year, it's typically going to be good every year after that. There are some variations, and I just hope this was an off year and that we'll be back on track for next year. So I can't say enough good things about this spot other than this past year. All right, it doesn't get much better than this. We got one right here. That was in a dirt hole set. That set had been messed with a couple times. And we go right over here. And that was a flat set. And he hadn't been messed with at all. And then we go across the bridge over here. And we got another one. We got a triple here. And that was a dirt hole. This location is the same location that's already caught 2 coyotes and it caught the red fox. So this is one hot spot, and a year ago was the first year we set it, and it was a hot spot then too. So
best location I've ever set.
It's for what we're doing. This is something. So 3 coyotes today, a triple. The only way it could have been better is we caught one more because we only got 4 traps set here. So, and the 4th one had been dug at a little bit, and this was a set that had caught a I think it was coyote yesterday, remade, and then it caught the red fox before that. So anyways, what an awesome sight.
Okay, product highlight. We've done these before, and most of you are aware that we have the kits for beginning predator trapping geared towards fox, coyote, and bobcat kits. So they have everything that you need in them, and we've got a kit based on 3 traps, 6 traps, and 12 traps. All the kits essentially have the same thing, but as you go up in the trap quantity, then some of the quantities go up on the support equipment. So, but the reason I'm doing this product highlight is that we are giving the Duke 550 Pro now as an option. So if you haven't taken a look at the kits online lately, in fact the catalog obviously is not going to be updated until this fall, but if you haven't looked at the kits online lately, we have added the Duke 550 Pro option. So that obviously has got a good price point and a good trap. So just wanted to let everybody be aware of that option that we do have on the kits now.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Who's Your Trapper Outdoors. Just wanted to let you know that we do have our new fall catalog out. It's got lots of great products in there and photos. So if you would like to receive one, please visit us at www.hoosiertrappersupply.com, and it'll walk you through on how to request one. You can also print one out from there if you don't want to wait on one to come through the mail. We also would be more than happy to take a request over the phone at 317-881-3075. We are a complete trapline outfitter. We offer lots of great lures and baits, and we also have a complete line of deer scent.
Yep, and also while you're online, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, of course. We really appreciate it. You could give us a like or share if you can, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That'd be great. And don't forget about the podcast that we have, the Trap House Podcast and the Fur Shed series. And also there's a Facebook group that I started called the Catch Circle, and that's open to anyone. It's a great trapping community. Ask questions, buy and sell lures and old traps, whatever. Anything trapping related is welcome. So we appreciate that, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Yeah. Thank you for all the orders and supporting our small family-owned and operated business. We truly appreciate it.
Join us on February 19th for the next episode of Who's Your Trapper Outdoors.